I know it's boring. Bitcoin's practically a stable coin. It's not going anywhere. But Bitcoin will make all-time highs again. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 still alive here in Dubai. I hope you're doing well. Hope all is good with you. And I know it's slow. Bitcoin, crypto market, they're not doing anything. It's really boring out there. But this is the time to buy. This is the low point in crypto where you should be dollar cost averaging to buy in to when it makes all-time highs. And you could start dollar cost averaging out of crypto. That's how you do it. Most people don't come into this space when Bitcoin is low, when crypto is low. They come into the space when prices are going to all-time highs. And that's when you're supposed to be selling. That's not when you're supposed to be buying. Yes, you can trade it, as when you know the saying, if I show me a new tie and I'll show you a buy. But that's for trading. That's for trading. And most of us are not traders out there. Most of us like to buy and hold. And if we're buying and hold right now, Bitcoin's never going to see these low prices again. If you're buying and you miss the all-time high in the next bull market, because the bull market's coming, Bitcoin has a clear cycle of every 4 years after the halving, Bitcoin starts to rise again. And it will do so once again after the halving, which will occur approximately around May or June of 2024. After that, then it's a slow ride straight up. And then into 2025 is the big party. We all seen this happen over and over again. If you've been here as long as I have, at least, I've seen this many, many times. I watched Bitcoin prices go from $1 to $32, back down to $2, up to $266, down to $50, up to $1,300, down to $200, up to $20,000, down to $3,000, up to $70,000, and back down to $15,000. So, I've seen this over and over again, and it is always the same and why is it doing this? Is because one, people come into this space and they see how valuable Bitcoin is. It's valuable because it's going to be money. It will be the money that you use. And many people who are intelligent enough to study what Bitcoin is, see that, and they buy in and overhype this eventuality. Can't happen overnight though, because not everyone can see the value of Bitcoin at the same time, all at the same time. So it has to happen over time, and that will happen. And that's why Bitcoin will make an all-time high next year. I think next year. I believe so, because every halving, it's always made an all-time high the same year after the halving. So that's practically guaranteed for all of those people who are interested in buying right now. You are guaranteed Bitcoin is going to go over $70,000 next year. So what are you waiting for? And don't make me say. All right. So we're going to talk about the news first, and then we're going to talk about some TA, show you some small trades you can make in this, very boring market. And also we're going to close off the show and do some questions for those people who are watching this live, right? If you're not watching this live, you're missing out. So make sure you head over to DaVinciJ15.com so you could watch this live and ask me questions and so forth. Okay, so with that said, let's get on with the news. But before I get on to the news, I want to let you know that if you're interested in trading, you could trade this at bybit.davincij15.com or 2bit.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below. I'm not going to go into too much news today because, I did blow them on a little bit in the beginning there. So, but experts link LastPass security breach to a string of crypto heists. Okay, what is LastPass? LastPass is a password manager. Password manager is what you would use to store all your passwords so that, you won't have to remember them all. And you can create complex passwords to every single website, different passwords for every website, and you only have to remember one password. Also, these password managers allow you to do is to store secret information, because the way they're supposedly designed is that using your master password, it hashes all the data so that the company does not have access to your passwords. Unfortunately, there is a breach in LastPass, and it's connected to approximately 35 million in crypto that was stolen from people. All right, security experts are claiming that some of the LastPass vaults stolen during a security breach near the end of 2022 have now been cracked open following a string of six-figure crypto heists. Cybersecurity blogger Brian reports that several researchers have identified a highly reliable set of clues that seemingly connect over 150 victims of crypto theft with LastPass service. Collectively, over 35 million in crypto has been reportedly stolen so far, with between 2 to 5 high-value heists occurring each month since December 2022. Okay. Yes, people have stored their passphrases, seed phrase, basically. Whenever you set up a crypto wallet, you have to create it creates, actually, you don't create it. The wallet creates 12-word seed phrase. And that seed phrase you can store by writing it down and putting it in a safe. That's the most safest way to do it. But some people, including myself, store it in password managers. And I don't use LastPass because I tried LastPass and it was like too clunky for me, and I didn't. I switched to. I tried different password managers. I use a different one, and for security reason, I'm not going to tell you which one it is. Yeah, that is kind of scary. The password manager had this huge breach and lost a lot of crypto for people who stored that much money. You should never store that much money on hot wallets. This is a hot wallet. You should store. It's okay to store a hot wallet's seed phrase in a password manager, but not your major funds. You should always use a hardware wallet such as Trezor, right, or many others that are out there. Do not use a hot wallet like on the phone or something like that. So do not use a hot wallet for large sums of funds. That's dangerous, very dangerous. If you want storing large long-term funds, you should store that in a hardware wallet, and make sure that you write down your seed phrase and put that in a safe and nowhere else. Your seed phrase should never be on a computer. If you're using a hardware wallet, never put your seed phrase on a computer. Okay, so let's get on to the TA for today. As you can see here on this chart, Bitcoin pumped because I told you guys that most likely we were going to come back down to these levels here of $25,300 and then bounce and head back up and test overvalue. And here we are. We're stuck in a range. And so when we're stuck in a range, it's going to continue to bounce inside that range. And the range is between the $25,271 and the $26,800. And you can see that Bitcoin is probably going to pump all the way up to, you can get as high as $27,000. But most likely we're going to struggle at the 26,400 area. That's where the 38.2 is from this current move this was a big move that it did, which I told you about before, that it was coming. There was going to be a big move. And yeah, that's what happened. And that big move was also going to be rejected. And so it did pump up here to 28,000. And then we broke back down to 26,000. So that was inevitable. That was coming. And then now we're just stuck in that range, that same range that I pointed out earlier on. And that's what you have to trade it. So the next trade is obviously you're going to do a short trade. I would suggest you try shorting it at the 38.2. That's the 26,400 ish area. And And the best way to trade that is to go for a short here. So if you take this short, the next time it touches the 38.2, you take a short, maybe a 2% loss. And then you could, because this is just, remember, this is not guaranteed, right? No guarantees from the management. You could take a 2% or 1%. I'm going to say 1% because we're stuck in a range. And then just go to a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And if you're interested in trade that, make sure you head over to bybit.davincij15.com. Looking at Ethereum, it's pretty much the same deal. We bounced off the bottom of the range, and we're headed to approximately above. Let's do the fib things because that's the easiest way to figure out where the targets are. And we're headed to, there we go. Again, the 38.2, which is the 1660 level approximately. So you can probably take a short there because you see there's a lot of resistance happening at that level. So with that said, if it breaks, if you get stopped out, you could always start another short at the 61.8, which is at the 1692 level. All right. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope you learned something today. It's really important that I teach you guys something about crypto every single day. In fact, I'm thinking about starting my own school to teach people how central banking is basically a fraud. It transfers wealth from the poor and the middle class to the rich. And this is a horrible system because it enslaves us all. And I want a future where central banking goes away forever because central banking is a means of theft. And when I started this YouTube channel, I wanted to teach people how to avoid this means of theft. And it grew into something a lot bigger. So I'm really proud of what it is today. And I'd like to go on to make something even bigger with this. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.